Hello everybody, and welcome back to the channel. One of the questions I get asked sometimes is how long does it take to grow a palm to some kind of size worth planting from seed? And as most of you know, most palms have to be grown from seed. There only a few types can be grown from divisions. No palm can be grown from cuttings or any other asexual propagation that I'm aware of. So they all have to be grown from seed, and I'll be honest right up front and say that they're not tomatoes, so they don't grow very quickly compared to a lot of garden type seeds. But how long does it take? What we're looking at here is a community pot of sable palmetto that I collected as seed last June, in June of 25. On a trip to Miami and Key West. And June is not really the best time to collect sable seeds of any kind, but I was able to find some in Key West and wanted a few from there. Planted them and they did come up pretty well. I was surprised how well they did germinate. And so here they are. This is about 6 months later. And of course, in the summertime, they germinate pretty readily. Sable seeds in particular like soil temperatures around 80 or higher. You can grow them or germinate them at this time of year. It's not hard to do. You just do it with a little bottom heat on a seed mat, and that usually will do it. But here is sable palmetto from seed, planted in June of 25. It is now January the 11th, 2026. So, approximately 6 months, 7 months later, this is what you got. And these right here, as you can see, they have one emergent leaf, and now they're putting out their second leaf. And at this point, they will be ready to separate into their own individual pots beginning in the spring. I'll probably do this in the middle of February and get them ready for spring. If you wait too much longer than this, the root systems get very tangled and they get hard to separate. And sables in particular don't generally like root disturbance, so the least you can disturb the roots when you're transplanting them, the better. So this is about the perfect size to put them in their own container. And as I said, I will do that in maybe another month or so and get them ready for spring. To give you another example, this is sable Defuniac Springs. And I collected the seed for these in July, of all times, of 2024. So these are about 18 months old from seed. And as you can see, they're in their own individual container. If you look carefully right there, you can see the roots are starting to come out the bottom. So at this point, this particular palm and ones like it are either ready to put into a 3-gallon container, or you could go ahead and put it in the ground, whichever you prefer. They're certainly large enough to go put in the ground if you're in zone 8 or higher. If you're in a little colder zone, or you just want to give it a little more time to develop, you could then put it in a 3-gallon container. And it would probably take most of the season. If you did it now, probably by June, you could have this in the ground in a 3-gallon container. The roots grow pretty quickly. So about 18 months from seed, you can have a plant that's ready to go in the ground. Now, once they get in the ground, of course, they're gonna look like they're just sitting there for a while, because the first thing that most palms do, and sables are no exception, they're going to put down a lot of roots, do what's called underground elaboration, before they will put out much in the way of top growth. But when they do, and it'll probably be the second year, it then builds pretty quickly. And then the old saying about palms is the first year they sleep, the second year they creep, and the third year they leave. And you'll see them start getting much, much larger over time. So, growing palms, especially sable palms, is something of an exercise in delayed gratification. It's not like growing lettuce or tomatoes or something like that. It does take time, and but I think it's worth it. And if you like palms and you like unusual ones, sometimes it's the only way to do it. And we'll finish out the video by looking at some palms that I've got for my own collection. These will go in the ground in the spring. As you can see, they're all in 3-gallon containers, and many of them are ready. The tallest one right here is Sable Bermudana. I've got Sable Mexicana, Sable Louisiana from different sources. and they're all getting ready to go in the ground. All we need now is the weather to cooperate and the calendar to move. Thank you for tuning in. I wish you the best of growing in your garden and hope to hear from you soon. Thanks.